A couple of days ago, I ate a big lunch at around 11 to 12. And I was particularly worried because I needed to drive for an hour at 12:30. And the thing is, and this has happened before, is that I would get pretty sleepy during the drive. And, well, certainly if you're driving, you do not want that to happen. You really do not. And, well, knowing that I've experienced this multiple times already, I went to the trusty resource Google to try and help, And what I got was, a bunch of bullshit for preventing food comas that doesn't do jack shit for me because, I've already eaten the food, right? And so I just got thinking about, what I could do. And I found an answer. So before I get to the answer, I want to explain a couple of things. There are two primary divisions of the autonomic nervous system, which basically means at any point in time, your body is being driven primarily by one or the other. For example, when you're stressed, your sympathetic nervous system is activated more, and with it releases a bunch of hormones and chemicals, preparing your body to fight or flee of any varying extent. People also call this the fight or flight response. However, it is also active when you initially wake up, and it has a major role in life-threatening scenarios. But it is also present in day-to-day life. And the other is the parasympathetic. It's active when you are entering sleep, when you relax. It's why you sort of need to relax in order to go to sleep. Right? If you don't, you'll be stuck in the sympathetic and you won't be able to go to sleep like that. This is also called the rest and digest mode. And from that other name, you can probably guess what it did to me after a big meal. Right? It's because I ate a lot of food. My body needed to start digesting it, right? And therefore it switched to the parasympathetic system in order to do so. And so therefore you can start to imagine that I could start feeling lethargic and sleepy. And certainly while this is helpful and necessary, right? In my scenario, it could have been proven to be fatal, right? And I did not want to go down that path once again, because, that's fucking scary, bro. Almost falling asleep at the wheels, fuck. No, I'm not having that. So instead, the solution was to turn on the sympathetic nervous system. And the activity to get to that solution is physical activity, right? Not activity like a walk, contrary to what you can search up on the internet, but heart rate elevating activity for a couple of minutes. For example, jumping jacks, or burpees, or jump rope for 5 to 10 minutes. Getting something that will raise your heart rate up. And this turns on the sympathetic nervous system much faster than any light walk will do, and it also sustains it for much longer. And this was the solution that I implemented so that I didn't have food coma. And so there are some contentions that, exercise after eating leads to throwing up or other bad things. And, well, simply no. Exercise that is deemed as intense, like HIIT, where you go all out, or lift intensely, will do that, You might throw up because of that. But burpees, and jumping jacks, and jump rope, and any zone 2 cardio, anything that would get your heart rate up, but not super, super elevated, is fine, right? Any cardio where you can have a good conversation, which is basically zone 2, allows you to do that. And, maybe people say, doing this will cause indigestion. I would say this is usually the case with lifting weights, particularly any movement that requires you to have a lot of intra-abdominal pressure, which is basically the bracing movement. When you squat or when you deadlift, it's basically you sort of flex your core so that you brace and that you keep your midsection stable. And so this can be, like I said, squatting or deadlifting heavy, or martial arts even. You're bracing for an impact. Otherwise, the exercise I recommend, which is not this, to counteract the drowsiness, will not cause indigestion. And so the next time you eat a big meal, do at least light exercise, like walking. But if you can, you want to do something more intense, like burpees to get your heart rate up, like jump roping, like jogging, something that was harder than just walking. That'll help you much more. And so if you learned something from this, once again, give it a like, subscribe, and a kiss.